This moment I'll be talking about creating change through advocacy. What do we mean by creating change? Making things to happen. Creating change. Making things to happen. Trying to change things from the way they are to the way they ought to be. Changing things from the way they are to the way they ought to be. Through advocacy. What is advocacy? Adding voice to a cause is advocacy. Another word for advocacy is activism. So let me give a critical example. If I am somewhere and my brother here is standing there and somebody just come and slap him, I can choose to walk away, right? Yeah. But if I know that this thing this guy did is not right, for no reason, you shouldn't lay your hands on your fellow man. And I come to say, why did you lay your hand? I think you should apologize. I have added my voice to that cause. That is advocacy. That is why you see when there is a oil company in a particular community and the people are just coming to take the oil, and they are not imparting on the community, the youth will stand up and say, no, let us know what the community will benefit from these natural resources in our place. True of us. The greatest recent revolution in the world around Asia was a young lady who stood up one day, came out on the road and said the suffering is too much. The price of everything is high. And she poured fuel on her body and set herself on fire after that speech. Everybody in the country came out the next day. But that was the first time I saw military protesting. The military that was supposed to block the people were part of the people protesting. And the president of the country resigned. I'm not asking you to put fuel on your body and burn yourself. Especially in this society, where a lot of people don't see value in the advocacies we give. But you must understand that until you add your voice or take action for a particular thing, that thing you are complaining will continue to be there to not change. Recently, a lot of people will say, Ogaga thought is observing table manners. You don't talk while eating. You know why? They feel that I've departed from that boy that used to insult government people and everything government to somebody that now begins to make explanation, and they feel that there is a particular thing I'm gaining from the government that is making me not to talk. On my honor, I have never been employed by the government before in any means, whether via appointment or what. I've never been on government payroll until today. But along the line, I have learned that insulting people does not bring solution. Addressing issues brings solution. That is why I can look at you and tell you the truth, but I'm not your enemy. We can shout now. A lot of you may also be wondering, why would I want a policeman that beat me up? I did not do wrong, I'm not a criminal. He was moved by sentiment of what was happening around the station. I was having an occasion. He came in, did not ask questions, he beat me. And like I said, he came to realize that we are all working for the society. He apologized. But that he beat me up, has it changed the fact that he's doing something good in the society? So, living above that your personal sentiment to identify with something good is when you become a human being. And nothing will change until you take action. Don't say until people take action. The reason Africa is where we all know how to talk. All of us know the problem and the solution, but nobody is taking action. If we must depart from this kind of mess that we are, we must become action people who put action in what we identify. So the questions that come up What are the real questions you must ask? Are there problems in our society? For you to answer. What response? Are there problems? Yes. Are there problems in Nigeria? Yes. Are there problems in Africa? Yes. Are there problems in your community? Yes. In the time you live, are there problems? Yes. Good. So there is a need for change. True or true? If there is a problem around you, there is a need for change. The second one, does the problem have a solution? Do you truly think that Nigerian problem has a solution? Do you think that African problem have a solution? Yes. That problem in your community, do you think it has a solution? Yes. So it is not a dead end for us. If we have bad leaders, they can be changed. True or true? If we have a wrong MOU that is depriving our community, if we take the right action, that MOU can be revisited. True or true? For those people in the youth community, they will understand what I'm saying very well. Big bros here that are doing something very reasonable. Have you noticed that now it is not you that goes to meet politicians? When they come, because you did not go to greet them, they will come to greet you. This is action speaking. Now the third question: who is responsible to bring about the change? What did you say? You and I. Don't add me, you don't know about me. Don't know if I'm ready to take the change. Who is responsible? Me. You know only yourself. Don't come and tell me and you. So I've moved from highlighting the problem to asking myself, how can we solve this problem? That is why people tell you that worry is dangerous, but thinking is good. When you have a problem, you put it on the table. What is the problem? What will beat us? What is the challenge? What can I do to solve it? If there is a problem, there is a solution. And if you don't tell yourself that there is a solution, the next thing is, what is the solution? And who will solve the problem? When you look around and say, the only person that can solve this problem is me. And do not say, oh, if I can solve this problem, so what is the solution? You put a question mark in your head. You begin to work. A change agent is that person that is conscious enough to identify a problem in the society. Let me explain something to you. Have you been in a situation where you see something wrong and it seems like it is only you among everybody that is seeing that this is wrong? And you're asking yourself, why is it that they cannot see it? Do you know why you see it? Because you are conscious enough to pay attention to detail. And that is because you are a change agent. And let me tell you, God opened your eyes to see that problem for only one reason. Because you are the solution to the problem. A problem that you don't have a business with, you don't see it. But a problem that you see is a problem that you have a solution to. Because if you don't have a solution, you can't even know that it's a problem. But if the solution lies within you, when you see it, you identify that this thing is not wrong. It's not right. So you begin to give solution. Who would have told me that Paul will write to governor about the street I live, and they'll come and tie it to my doorstep? For those from Okwani local government, remember Smart Gulie so much. I think Smart Gulie only came to put local music in the world map. And when he did that, he left. The only reason you are alive at this moment is for only one thing. You know the thing? Because of the problem that you are meant to solve that you have not solved. And if you make the mistake to leave this earth without solving that problem, no matter how you will shout amen in church, you will not make heaven. Because God created you to solve a particular problem. That is why you are a change agent. Now, how? Let me tell you the point. It is very important, especially for our community leaders, NGO leaders, civil society leaders that are making change. The first way to start creating change is to identify the problem. It's not enough that the whole community like you because you buy drink for boys. You always come out. They come elect you their leader. It's not enough. Yes, they have liked you and they believe in you. And one of the beliefs they have in you is that they believe that if they vote you, you solve their problem. True of us. So when they vote you, or when they appoint you, or when they elect you, or when they choose you, the next thing you should be asking yourself is, what are the most important problems that when I solve them, the life of our people will be improved? That's the first thing. Every leader must have a problem he is solving. If you are not solving a problem, you are not leading. You are taking the work. So the man that has a position that is not solving a problem is just an office holder. While the man that does not have an office that is solving a problem is a leader. After identifying the problem, you define it. Why it seems so difficult to solve the problems we have in our society is the way we magnify it. We pick small challenge and we talk about it like it's a very big thing. Maybe because we want to make money or other things out of it, or cause problem between community and community. When you see this is a problem, the next thing you ask yourself is, how big is the problem? You know why? What you cannot measure, you can never manage. If you cannot measure a thing, you cannot manage it, including your money. You just spend money as it comes. You cannot plan it. You can't manage it. For you to manage problems, to give them solution, you must learn how to measure them. And how do you measure them? You define them and give them scope. How long will this problem take to solve? How many people is needed in solving this problem? Who are the critical stakeholders that we must reach out to? Damage that this problem is causing in our society. When you define it, you can now begin to see that it's not an insolvable problem. It's actually a solvable problem. Because before you go and meet people to say this is a problem, we should solve it, you must give them an impression that you know what actually the problem is. So the next thing you need to do after defining the problem is to start consultation. Consultation. If I feel that people are hungry in this man's community, and he's the youth president, and I just cook food and carry it and go to the street and start feeding people's children, they can catch me and burn me for ritual. True or true? But if I know that there is a problem in the street, I come and meet him, I've identified this problem in the street, he will say, "That's true. How do we solve it? I have this idea, I have this idea." He said, "I'm your number one volunteer." True or true? My friend Zion Osheboge, who is building free schools in Warri, he said when he was going to Iyara to open the branch in Iyara, they told him Iyara is a bad place. They go thief for your thing. Then they collect the verb. Then they do this one. Because people know how to give bad reports. But this man said no, he went to the place, he gathered all the community, went to the president general and the youth chairman, told them what he wants to do. Gathered all of them at the meeting. He said, "This is what I want to do." I noticed that many children are here, are poor and orphaned, and they cannot afford school. I want to bring free school to them, where they will train them and they will feed them. I want to build the school here. So you people will give me the land. And I will not pay 1 naira there in this land. And any day they steal any of our property, we'll back out. But I'm guaranteeing you that any day I wake up and say that this place, we are turning it, we are not using it for school again, we are turning it to another thing, you people should revoke the land and all the property. Take it back. People say, "Yeah." Because he is able to make a sacrifice and show them the genuineness, they are able to understand the problem. And they told themselves, nobody will collect money. You know what they did? For the period they were working, they were sending their youths to carry block. Do this one, do this one. They don't steal in that school. What did they do? Consultation. You cannot cry more than you breathe. There is an adage in my maternal side that says you cannot eat a burnt yam more than somebody that has a burnt barn. Consult them, get their point, so that when you are going to do meeting, you understand exactly the problem you want to solve and your intentions. So other people will not come and tell them, "You want to thief your money, or that's why it's bringing this idea." When somebody comes to do that divide and rule, say, "Forget, it's not his idea, it's our idea." After consulting, The next thing is to pick a team, select a team. Team building. In the process of your consultation, people will say no to you, true or false? And people will say yes to you. Among the people that say yes to you, there are some who does not have the solution to the problem. True or true? But there are some who have the solution to the problem. But among them, everybody has this usefulness. There are some people in the community, if you put them in a team to bring about something good, they can never contribute anything. But if they choose to destroy that thing, they call them necessary evil. You can't do with them, you can't do without them, so you manage them. There are some persons, they can't stick like this in the community. They can't contribute anything, no. But you are sure that if you want to convince the king on this particular idea, send him. In the evening, maybe he was a classmate of the king. No, there are people who call king the shaggy, big head. That moment where they are dancing, stop that nonsense. These children want to do this thing. That person is very bad. There are some persons that will never show face, but they will bring their money to support. There are some persons that will not give you money, but they will hold you to hand. They may not have the money, but they hold your hand and take you to who has the money and say, support this person. There are some persons who have the skill. There are some who can do the talking. You sell the idea to them, and they will now be the one to say it. There are some that can organize. Everybody has their skill. If you want to make change making easy, involve people and bring skill. But make sure every person in your major team has a role to play. Because if they are not doing something, they will give themselves something to do. And if they give themselves something to do, they become a distraction to the team. And let me tell you, not everybody that is fighting your idea hates you. People are only afraid of what they don't understand. The problem is that we don't know how to solve our problem. You can't solve a problem in its big nature. Let me give you an instance. How many of you not like to eat cow leg part? Oil is one part, meat is in one part, and strong bone is in one part. If you don't know how to eat that meat, you throw everything away. Because before you eat the biscuit bone, you must crack the hard bone. Right? You must learn to break your problem into smaller units and know the one to solve first. If you solve the first one first, others become easy. If you want to start solving the last one before the first one, you may never solve that problem. So you must create an actionable plan, or action plan, or work plan, or plan of action for your solution. Break it into smaller units. A problem broken into smaller units is a problem that is easy to solve. Right? When you have broken it into smaller units or stages, you now sit down and raise the budget. Every problem, every solution to the problem have a cost. It could be a cost in form of energy, time, or money, but it has a cost. You must define the cost. By dividing the cost, you raise the budget. After raising the budget, you must also identify how to raise funds. This is where we have problems. My brothers and sisters, learn to lower your expectation. Not everybody that drives Prado Jeep has the capacity to donate 20,000 to your cause. Some of them are riding that Jeep on cooperative loan. Not all of them has the capacity to donate £1. But you see that guy that sells meat in the market, he can tell you I will give you 20,000. Without shaking, I've worked with politicians, and I've seen that it's easier for business people who are not riding car to give you something because a politician to give you something. Everything a politician gives you for a reason. If a politician gives you 20,000, he will use 50,000 to hire TV to video you. As he just be careful how you beg these people. Give you 10,000 today, you are talking, say, woman, keep quiet. I mean, this one will come my house, they beg money for gas the other day, they walk on woman, follow me talk. They give you now, they have told everybody. They have I work with politicians. My boss is a politician. 6 years I've worked with him, I've not begged any of his friends one thing. You know what? If you send them message asking for something, they will screenshot it and send to you. Does it mean you are not taking care of it? You understand me? Know the people that will give you something. Politicians have something to give, but it must not be money. So when you have made your budget, don't come with money. Itemize it, break it into small one. 50,000 or 100,000. Bottle water 25,000. Make it very explicit so that everybody will have a size. Even when you break it down and you need to see 5,000, 10,000, your members of the ESCO will be the first to donate. I can handle this one now. I will pay 5,000 for this. Break it in such a way that everybody will have the capacity to contribute to the dream. It becomes easier to solve. That is how to solve problems. After doing that, make sure you carry the community or the stakeholders involved along in solving this problem. The easiest way to do something reasonable for community and they will value it is to involve them. Have you wondered why each church want to build church, they take their members to carry blood? The members are members of that community. You can never burn out that church. If our president is a member of the church and they carry popo in that church, you say you want to burn down the church and is the youth president. Is it possible? No. Make them contribute. You may bring 200 million. That one naira they contribute is their pride. Do you know we contributed to this video? They will not tell you the money. Make the people, involve the people in the implementation. And then finally, you must be accountable and transparent to the people. You must be what? Accountable and transparent to the people. Why? Why must you be? Because people are watching you. Let me tell you, a lot of people have come to my WhatsApp group and Facebook inbox and say, why is it that everything your NGO does, you put it on Facebook? Is it that you like to so it's fine? I say, no, I'm being accountable to people. Let me tell you how dangerous it is. If you have a project of 1 million and somebody contributes 5,000 naira, and you think because he contributed 5,000 naira, he doesn't need explanation. If he doesn't see it on Facebook that he has contributed, he will think that you have eaten that 5,000 naira. And that is how you have been eating other people's money. And they can destroy it. So for every kobo you get, you put it, look at it. Even if you benefit will come from that place, be accountable. Until you raise your voice and become an agent of change, nothing can change in your environment. So even as we are marching towards 2023 election, we are depending on you people to change. Don't only get your voters card to vote, but go and sensitize your community. I've seen communities when politicians come in and out to campaign for election and they don't even know who is the youth leader at that place. But I've seen communities that if you don't inform the youth 1 week to your community, you will not enter the community. Every position you find yourself, use it as an opportunity to change something. Thank you very much. I believe